So Pickle just released, and it's a phenomenal example of how to think through complex problems in the age of AI. Pickle is a tool that you can use to join a Zoom conversation as if you are there at the desk live, but it's not live. It's an AI avatar. And you're like, well, there's lots of people working on that. That may be true, but the way Pickle has done it has enabled them to get to market faster. And that's what I love about this. So if you think about the problem of people being in meetings, you think, well, we have to solve for the way people look, the way people talk, the lip syncing. The LLM needs to actually generate the content. The LLM needs to understand what's being said. This gets very complicated. Then you get into voice, you get into accent. It's a really hard problem, and it has a lot of dimensions, and that's why we don't have a full solution. I mean, you could also just not have the meeting. I'm a big fan of that. Okay. The reason why Pickle is in market is because Pickle has only taken a part of that whole problem set and delivered it. And that's what enabled them to get to market faster. So all Pickle does is it takes live audio that you produce. You still have to be in the meeting, listen to it, and talk back. And it produces an AI avatar of you that's photorealistic in a professional location, and it lip syncs you live. That's it. It took everything else away. Like, it doesn't have to worry about accent because you produce the voice. It doesn't have to worry about the LLM really understanding what's being said because, again, you're the one in the meeting. And that choice has enabled them to solve one of the most persistent issues in a busy remote work or partial remote work context, which is that people are going about their lives, they're working, but they may be in different contexts. So, for example, if you're driving in the car, normally you would go audio on if you choose to participate. But in this situation, you are able to just plug your own audio in, listen, and the camera that you use is a Zoom camera tied to the Pickle app, and it just shows an AI avatar of you that they've built lip syncing to your audio. So you could be driving and participating in the Zoom meeting. You could be holding the baby and participating in the Zoom meeting. And this is a really tangible pain point. I can't count the number of times when it's been a little bit odd because people are out doing things, this and that, and they're not actually at the desk in a way that enables them to participate. But their audio's there. They're present mentally. And so, look, is this perfect? Is everybody going to use this? Enough people are using it that their clone production is delayed. So I think they're getting some interest. I suspect more than you think will sign up for this. And the reason why is that if you think about the pain point, the biggest pain point actually is being able to consistently convey an office-like impression, and that's what Pickle is going after. It's a much different pain point if you want to say your time spent in meetings is a problem. Everyone would agree with that, but very few people are going to trust an AI to just bite off and solve that without proof. Like literally me not being in the meeting. I have to trust the AI to summarize correctly. I have to trust the AI to be me. That's an extremely high bar. But just trusting the AI to look like it can sit in an office chair and lip sync while I walk around the house doing dishes and talk, much lower bar, much, much more easy. So, and the funny thing is, I don't think people are going to notice when this is used. Like, I have seen the demo. It takes too long to create the clone. So like it dropped today. I haven't got a clone yet, but I have seen the demo and I don't think people are going to notice. And the funny thing is that means that people are not going to have like a virality factor. It will have a whisper factor for spreading, but it won't have a virality factor because there won't be a little logo, because by definition, you don't want people to know you use this, which is going to make their product adoption really interesting. So I think they've solved one of the most relevant pain points in the entire sort of meeting problem space. And I think they've solved it well enough that your colleagues are going to start using it. And I think the only way you're going to know is that the app has people just squarely facing the camera and making eye contact. And I don't know about you, but I like look off into the distance. I look off over here. Like I'm much more dynamic when I'm in a meeting. And I think that piece is going to stand out over time. But It's a good idea. I think a lot of people are going to use it. And I am really, really curious to see other kinds of products in these problem spaces that choose something that is painful to consumers but relatively easy for AI and that go after that. If you're interested in getting your lifelike AI clone, you can go to getpickle.ai. And no, this is not an endorsement of any kind. This is just me thinking this is a really, really interesting problem space. So there you go. Check out getpickle.ai and let me know what you think.